Hi guys, I'm JJ here at Budget by JJ. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Before we get started, please go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help out with that vicious algorithm. So what I mean by that is the more engagement my videos get, the more it gets out to like-minded people and other people that I'd love to share this journey with. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support means the world to me. Again, if you are new here, my name is JJ. I'm a millennial cash stuffer based out of New York City. I'm a full-time office manager for a law firm in Brooklyn, and I am sharing my journey on becoming debt-free for this year for 2025. So if that's something that interests you, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd really love to have you here. I hope everyone had a wonderful rest of their March and going into April. This year is moving along, and with it, drama, trauma, very interesting times that we are in. And I had mentioned this earlier. I knew this year economically was going to be a doozy. By the time you're seeing this video, we already know what's been happening in the stock market. We already know that these tariff plans have created retaliatory tariffs across the world. Then people are now throwing around the R word. For those who don't know, the R word is recession. So I think some of the best people suited for that kind of economic stress are cash stuffers. So I am so grateful that I got involved in this as soon as possible. I have not updated you guys on my debt journey, but I did get a notification from Credit Karma from the data that they were collecting. They could see that, yes, I have made some amazing progress, already $1,000 down from where I was before. I was able to improve my credit score as well, get better credit card offers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you do that? Why would you consider taking on new credit debt? Well, I ended up getting an offer from Chase for their Sapphire Preferred card, and that one had a credit limit of $5,000. Now, for me, I've never had a credit card past $1,000 until 2 years ago when I got my other Chase Preferred card that's a little over $3,000. Anyway, I was approved for that card and it's coming soon, and I'm really excited. I don't have plans on using that card as of yet. Again, I'm trying to eliminate my debt. As you can see, I have made some progress there. We're continuing to go there, and I'm just so grateful again. Also, some other housekeeping before I move on. There is a planned economic blackout or boycott, whatever you want to call it, of Walmart that begins April 7th, and I believe it lasts for a week. This is just another act of solidarity going forward. So if you can participate in any way that you can, that'd be really appreciated. I don't even shop at Walmart because there's no Walmarts in New York City. Now, I've ordered from them because, they have some Stranger Things merchandise. Oh, and speaking of Stranger Things, my gosh. Okay, so my videos are kind of little catch-up videos as well because I don't post frequently enough for me to be filling y'all in on what's happening in real time. However, my friends had come to town to see the opening night of Stranger Things, the first Shadow on Broadway, and I was originally going to plan to meet them for dinner. At dinner, they told me that one of our friends unfortunately got COVID and they could not actually attend, so there was a free ticket if I wanted to join them, and I was texting Bae, I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm gonna be home late. Because I was not gonna say no to that. This is the opportunity to see Stranger Things, the first Shadow on Broadway on the opening night, the first show, the Broadway debut. Oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely was gonna go. So So I jumped at the chance, and it was amazing. Even though it was a mezzanine seat, I still thought it was a great view of the stage, and got to see amazing things on the stage production. Here's the playbill, and excuse my look, I was sweating like crazy, as you can see. But this was so stinking cool, and you can see there says Friday, March 28th, 2025. I'm like, I can't believe this is my life. And so on top of this amazing experience, the same friend had a ticket to go see another show, which is this show with Sadie Sink. Now, Sadie Sink plays Max in Stranger Things, so now she's also on Broadway right now. This had me sobbing and crying on a Saturday afternoon. My friend wanted to go to the stage door, so we had gone and try to see the actors as they come out. And I was not expecting to get her autograph. And I was just so freaking excited when I'm like, I have Sadie Sink's autograph. She's so cute and she's adorable. And I'm just like so proud of her. And it's just so great. And it's just really good. She's so young. She's only like 23. I'm like, oh my God. And yeah, that was just what a bonus to get the autograph of Sadie Sink. Nothing at all at what I expected that weekend to turn into, but there's so many great friends I've met in the Stranger Things community, and they're just so sweet, and everyone is just there to have a good time, you know? And as far as merchandise goes, I always try to pick up a pin from a show, but I didn't get one from Stranger Things because I was not expecting to go, so I didn't have the money. Obviously, we're doing the cash stuffing, okay? I'm just not going to throw something willy-nilly on a credit card right now. We are beyond that. But they did have these awesome hats. And this says Broadway upside down, obviously, because it's Stranger Things. And because it was opening night, they just had these on the seat for everyone in attendance. Isn't that amazing? So I am definitely wearing this hat along with another fit when I finally get to see Stranger Things in premium seating. I'm so excited. I know this is not a common occurrence. Like, it just blows my mind that this is my life sometimes. But yes, I'm just so excited that I'll be able to see that. And y'all, it's just, you got to have some joy during these tough times, right? So wherever we can find it. So what you finally came for. Thank you for letting me share with y'all. What you finally came for is this cash stuffing. We are cash stuffing April's paycheck number 1. And the total amount of $1,700. Okay, we're just going to count this money to see if that's what we have. So we have 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1,200. We have the 50s. We have 5, 10, 150, 200 in 50s. Then we have the 20s. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 240 in 20s. Then we just have 2 10s for 20. Then we have the 5s. We have 5, 10, 15, another 20. And then the 1s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And there we have it, 1,700. And you can also see in the teller note that that is what it added up to. I'm getting so much better at this. The teller even told me so. She's like, hey, the math is mathing. And side note, I have paid my rent for April. So we are stuffing the rent for May because that's what's first on the list here. I'll get it, make sure you can see it a lot better. Okay, for rent, we're going to take 100, 200, 300, 400. We're going to take 150. We're going to take a 10. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 410, 460. So rent is taken care of. We're going to go through some deja vu here, but electric is 24. So we're going to take a 20 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have gas, which is also 24. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now, whether that's true or not, I mean, last time there was like a change of like $3 or something. So I've bumped it up from $21 to $24 for the gas. Next, we have the internet, and that's going to be $50. So I'm just going to take $150. And then back in the mix, we have the cell phone. So I have Mint Mobile, hashtag not sponsored, but great service. They are using T-Mobile's lines, but like you get them at a better rate. I would love the option in the future to actually just pay for the year in advance. So we're going to do 100, 120, 110, 1, 2, and $3, $133. So for just a quick recap, this is now the total I have for the electric. For my portion of electric, we have 42, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, $53. My partner will give me his half soon. I think I already have it. I just need to transfer it over when I'm ready to pay the bill. So utilities are taken care of. Next, we're going to stuff the personal. That's $240. Take 100, 200. I think I'm just going to do straight up 20 and 40. I'm only going to cash up half of it for now because the other half is kind of already spoken for. We did do a Costco order, so I'm going to put that back in the bank so that way I can give my partner my half of that purchase. If you're new here, I don't do a separate food one anymore. The personal is really just to like make me be a little more intentional with how I am nourishing myself and like what does that budget look like, and it's really to encourage me to eat from home. Okay, now we're going to tackle the debt here. So these are going to be the minimum payments. So I'm going to start off with the capital one. Again, a bit of deja vu. We have one due on the 16th of April, and that's going to be a minimum payment of $25. Just going to go 20 and a 5. I'm going to update the trackers off camera so I don't waste your time. Then we have another capital one due on the 28th, and that's also $25. So we have 25. Now we're going to move on to credit one. We have a payment of $47 due on the 13th. So we have 120, 40, we have a 5, 6, and I'll take that 7. $47 going towards the credit one. Then we have a $48 payment going to another credit one, which is due on the 20th of April. Do it 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. So the extra credit card payment this time around is actually going to be towards the Chase card, because you know this is my card that I'm going to be using for my weekend at Atlantic City, which is in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I was watching reels on Atlantic City. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not Vegas or anything like that, but you know, it still has those casinos, and the best part is that you're not allowed to smoke in them, so you're not like suffering and getting secondhand lung cancer. So you know, you just get to drink, and then you know, the boardwalk, and it's gonna be a great time. I'm really excited. Paying down this fund is really just building up the space for me to like have a peace of mind when we're going there. I'm gonna have to address this debt after the fact, and that's okay with me. But today we're adding an extra $374. So we have 100, 200, 300. We have a 50, a 20 for 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 374 going back into this card. So exciting. I'll always have a grand of a buffer on that card. And to be honest, it's not like just to have it doesn't mean that I'm going to use it all and start back to zero, max out this card. It really just means that like if there's an emergency, there's money that we have access to, that, you know, for whatever reason. There's no food budget, so we might have more, might have less. But you know, everything else, like entertainment wise, has been accounted for. We're gonna get into that. Oh, are we gonna get into that? Okay. So this is going straight back to the bank. And then the final thing that we're cash stuffing is the savings. We're going to build the savings back up. So savings is just going to get 100. And, you know, again, this is an emergency savings. This is not a savings challenge. You know, I saw another creator talk about what did they think, like they have the sinking funds, but they think the sinking funds are also like forms of like savings that you don't want to touch. But no, they're sinking funds, meaning you're going to use them. So like if you have sinking funds, you're using those funds. They're not just there to sit, you know, because if they're going to sit, throw them into a high yield savings account and let it be. You know, you just have to really think about what you're saving for, and those savings challenges have their own specific saving goals, and you just want to give, you know, your money purpose. So it not just to be there, like why is it, what's serving you, you know, like Is it doing something for you, or is it just sitting there? Like, so if you have money set aside for an emergency fund, have your emergency fund. I know people are recommending like $1,000 to start out. You know, it could be $5,000, it could be your $10,000. There's a lot of people that have done amazing feats of saving $10,000 for an emergency fund, and that's what it's supposed to be for. Because things cost money. You know, even though we're having this turmoil in the economy right now, you need money. So this $100 is rebuilding my emergency savings fund. Okay, now we have this little beauty. So we don't have much here. We only have one category that we are stuffing in this, and it is entertainment for $150. The last 100 and the last 50. Y'all, this is actually the money I've set aside for my night out to see Stranger Things, The First Shadow. And am I treating myself extra this time? You bet your bottom dollar I am. $150 is for drinks and merchandise. At least when I pick up a pin or several pins for the show. And these cocktails are so expensive. I think my friend, for 2 drinks, for 2 doubles per drink, it was like $70. Okay, so you need $150 at least to go to a Broadway show for discretionary spending. And y'all, the birthday fund is fully funded. I am so excited. I actually took this with me so I can go ahead and do a bill exchange. So all of that money has now become 20s. I have some spending money going for our Atlantic City trip, which I'm so excited. That's all I'm gonna be thinking about for the next couple of weeks. But this is so great. I'm so happy. I am so grateful that you actually showed up today, gave me your time. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I know there's so many things you can be doing with your time, but you decided to spend some time with me, and that does not go unnoticed. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video out with someone you think that might like it. As far as the next video, I will be delivering it a little bit later, so it'll be towards the end of the month, because I'm not going to do any filming while I'm out enjoying myself at Atlantic City that weekend. Again, I get paid bi-weekly, but I will be doing a cash stuffing post that weekend, okay? And then I'll give you a summary of how the budget turned out for the weekend. What did I stay on budget? Did I go over budget? Was I under budget? I'll definitely run you through those numbers. And cash stuff everything else that I have due for the remaining of the month and going into May. Isn't that crazy? My gosh. So until then, please go ahead and take care of yourselves. Enjoy your month, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.